The Durfee Hilltoppers boys basketball team opens the home schedule tonight at the Fieldhouse, and they welcome their Elsbree Street rivals, the Bishop Connolly Cougars. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Master, joined by Zach Souza for this last game before the new year. Durfee will have some games during the Christmas break, but we will be off. We will be on vacation like the rest of the schools. So this is the last one for 2019 before we turn the calendar, and it should be a good one. Connolly comes in after beating Bishop Stang, and Durfee coming in at 0-2. They lost to Stang and to Somerset. So kind of a tough start for Durfee. New head coach, Joe DeCruz, in his first year as head coach, but he seems optimistic. And Zach, you know, anytime you start kind of slow to begin the year, it doesn't define the season.
Right. No, yeah, it doesn't define the season at all. It's a long season playing high school basketball. So I think Durfee can make the long haul, and they can still turn this into a really good season.
One of the things that coach said was this is a young team. There are some seniors on the team, but they don't have a lot of varsity experience. And that's one of the things that they're going to have to work on this year, is getting comfortable with each other, getting comfortable with his coaching style as well. You've gone through some coaching changes, you know, in playing high school and college ball. Obviously, there's a learning curve.
Yeah, it's going to take time, you know, with everything. New coaching styles, you know, new plays. There's a whole lot of new stuff. And a lot of the guys, like you said, don't have the experience. So that's going to come with the season moving on. They're going to build the experience and build comfortability.
All right, JV just took the first match. The varsity squad about to hit the court. We'll have all the action for you next on Fred TV. Stick around.
Happy holidays. It's that time of year again for the Amnesty Program. My name is Laura Ferreira, and I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. The Amnesty Program will be running through the month of December. Anyone with outstanding parking tickets that have accumulated late fees can come into the Traffic Department, and those late fees will be dismissed. Having your plate number and a ticket number will be very helpful to the office. It is crucial that you resolve your unpaid parking tickets. Otherwise, at the registry, you will be unable to renew your license or your registration. If you have any concerns or issues regarding your late fees, please contact the Traffic Department at 508-324-2123, and we will try to assist you. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to be with you on this Thursday, December the 19th. 5 days until Christmas Eve, Zach. I love the holidays. I really do. This is like my favorite time of the year. Maybe it's because I know there's a vacation in my future, too. I'm not sure.
That always helps, yeah. I mean, I've been a big fan of the holiday season as well, and I don't think it's any coincidence.
Right. Well, the good news, too, you know, one of the things I've always enjoyed about these games here in December is you get a lot of alumni come back and see these games because everybody's off for, solid month for the holiday break, yourself included.
Right.
We got David Montero, who did baseball with me last spring. But both you and he, your senior years, 2 years ago, did so many games with me. So it's nice when, you guys get to come back, do some games, and we get to see some former players show up to watch the games and support the players now. It's always really a nice thing. It fills the field house as well. I mean, not how it was 25 years ago, but it's still, we got a good crowd here. 2 Fall River teams, and long three drained to start it off. D'Ambrosio for 3, and that is a jersey change, by the way. He was in the book as number 35 on the roster. He's actually number 33. So starting off with points, Cougars with the 3 ball. Going right back to him in the corner. And kicking it out now, that's number 11, Matt Myron. Back out to D'Ambrosio, no good. And the rebound to Jeriel Rivera. In the Cougars' season opening win, they're 1-0 against Stang. Myron put up 30 points, really impressive start to the year for him in game 1. That one almost thrown away. But Durfee, a bit, some struggles early on here, and I kind of expected it. A lot of kids graduated last year. Long three and a favorable bounce. Fist pump for Rivera. So he matches the opening long shot from the Cougars. Coach DeCruz, he coached freshmen under Jamison Guimond, who resigned after last season. And so he told me, a lot of similarities. He learned a lot from Jamison, so some of the coaching methods, some of the schemes and whatnot, trying to keep it a little bit familiar, but obviously at his own touch. Right. He's a different guy, and that's how it's going to be. Another three is good. Rivera, back-to-back threes, and the Cougars now find themselves behind 6-3. But yeah, Coach DeCruz, no stranger to Durfee basketball here, and that's a backcourt violation. Hilltoppers will have it.
Yeah, Coach DeCruz is truly a new coach. And you look at the Hilltopper varsity roster, they only have 4 sophomores, so that means majority of the team did not play for him last year when he was the freshman coach.
No, that's right, Zach. And, there's a lot of seniors, too. Like we mentioned in the open, a lot of seniors on the roster, but they don't have a lot of varsity playing time. Right. There goes Javon Holly to the basket. It's good, +1 for the foul. He'll take the extra shot. I'll tell you, he's had just such an incredible start to his high school career. As Coach Billy Shea calls a timeout here just 2.5 minutes into the game. The foul is on Matt Myron, the first of the game, first for either side. And the Cougars down 8-3. Hilltoppers on an 8-0 run after the opening 3 ball from D'Ambrosio. Let's take a look at the starters for the Cougars. I'll take Connolly, you take Durfee, Zach. So for the visiting Bishop Connolly Cougars, coming in at 1-0, led by head coach Billy Shea, and what he estimates is his 26th season. He says, I've kind of lost track after all these years. I said, well, we'll go with whatever year. He started in 90-91, but took a couple years off in between. So we're estimating 26 to 27.
We'll just call it long time, Coach.
Long time. He's got plenty of experience. Legend here in the city. One of the most recognizable names. All right. His starting 5, number 3, Peter Rigo, number 11, Matt Myron, number 21, Wes Brown, number 24, Antonio or A.J. Souza, and number 33, Colin D'Ambrosio. For Durfee?
Durfee, the starting 5 is Javon Holly, Jaden Lewis, Jerry L. Rivera, Nelson D. Carvalho, and Elijah Coleman.
And that last name there, Coleman, the center, he is tall. You see him, number 35. He's probably Durfee's biggest body out there, and Coach DeCruz very impressed with him in his first 2 games. He said we've gotten a lot of production underneath. He's been a big body, big presence in the paint, and that's been big help for them in these first 2 games. Those losses, they weren't blowouts. They were pretty competitive games, he said, but they got to be able to close better. As Holly picks up his first foul, and now takes the 3, going to be short, right into the hands of Jaden Lewis. And those two have had tremendous football careers early here, as they're both just sophomores.
Very young. Very young guys.
And they came off of a much better football season, as that basket from Brown breaks up an 11-0 run that Durfee went on. JV comes off a win for the Hilltoppers, as we mentioned in the open, 91-57. And a little interesting tidbit, thanks to scorekeeper Margaret Gannon, every single JV player for Durfee scored. That's impressive.
That's huge.
That's a good night.
Yeah.
So varsity hoping to replicate that success here in the second game.
They just put up a lot of points in that JV game. That was
91 points.
Yeah,
that's like otherworldly. Yeah. Kicked out to Rivera, wants a third, and he hits it. 3 from downtown.
They got to keep feeding him. He's the hot hand right now. That's what's that, 3 for 3?
Yeah.
Got to keep using him until they can stop him.
Yeah, or until he goes cold at least.
Whatever comes first.
Don't fix what ain't broke. And mind you, the first 2 he hit were like from NBA range.
Yeah, they were deep.
That one takes a bounce and goes out of play, Di Carvalho. It's going to be Connolly ball. Halfway through the first already. These 8-minute quarters just fly. 14-5, Durfee ahead. Myron taking the three, and that is going to be short off the front of the rim. Up the ladder is Ariel Pereira just into the game. Another big body. Long three, no good. That one off the mark. So first miss for Rivera. Spin move from Rigo. In traffic, kicks it out. And that is good from A.J. Souza.
Antonio Souza for 3.
Holly thought about 3. Goes around the horn to Lewis, now back to Rivera. Lost the ball, out of play it goes, and Connolly will have it. Some good defense there for the Cougars. Myron gets the inbound pass. Holly, great in football with his teammate Lewis. However, Holly really excelled on the court here last winter, his freshman year as well. So fast, able to drive the lane just like that. Calling a jump ball though.
He just got up the court though. It's like very fast, very quick.
Durfee will inbound after the jump ball. Oh, and cut off by Rigo, taken the other way. So Durfee losing that possession, but taken away now by, that's number 10, just into the game for Durfee. Will Nieves Martinez. Another stolen ball. Look at Holly, diving for it like a fumble. Using the football skills.
That. Yeah, all over that.
So fast to the ball. And for someone who's already quick, you build up that stamina out on the football field. I say the same thing about some of the soccer players that we had play basketball as well, like Nilan,
right.
For example, Nilan Nera last year, played soccer. You're running around this gigantic field for 80 minutes.
Yeah, nonstop.
Right? Nonstop. You build up that base. Now you're on a court that's a fraction of the size. And, you can go full sprint. Plenty of, in the
baseline to baseline and just just like that, quick as.
Holly is so fast.
Yeah, that can be very useful. And he's also quick too, like.
Well, that's the bottom line. He's not the tallest player, but you don't always need to be, 6'5" to make things happen in this game. Jaden Lewis with the outside shot. Durfee with 4 from downtown here in the opening quarter, out to the 9-point lead. Fed underneath, and Myron shook up a little bit there, some contact, and he's going to go to the line on Durfee's second foul.
Durfee foul was on number 10, Will.
And it's on Martinez. Just recently came in off the bench. So 2 shots for Myron. And he misses the first one. Andrew Oliveira checking in now for Pereira. Myron hits the second, 1 for 2. So this is the last before we turn the calendar. Last week we got to do girls basketball here against Somerville. And then just yesterday, Prenda Cup hockey. Durfee played Diamond in the first game of the Cup this year. So 2 Fall River schools getting square off, while Apponequet and Somerset dueled it out in the other half of the bracket. So it's a Somerset Diamond final on Saturday. Durfee and Apponequet will play the consolation game. Jumper no good, right into the hands of Lewis, and we're under 60 seconds in the first. So then here to cap it off, boys hoops before Christmas and New Year's as well. So you get a preview of each team before the holidays. And then we'll go full steam ahead when we get back from break. And I believe our first coverage is going to be Tuesday the 7th, boys hoops against Dartmouth, and we're looking to, I mentioned this in the girls game, we're looking to co-op with DCTV again like we did last year. You know, with Dartmouth now being a conference opponent, kind of makes sense anyway. Myron with the 3.
Oh, that's a tough shot.
It is.
That was a tough shot.
That cuts it to 5 with 30 seconds to go. Lewis tipped away. Flying in was Oliveira, and he was there to save it. Underneath to Tyron Gilliard, and he gets the basket. That's a spot where size and height matters underneath. If you can win the advantage in the paint, you can have your day, have your day at the basket. 3-ball, good at the buzzer from Myron. 6 points thanks to him, and it's only a 4-point game at the end of one, 19-15 in favor of the Hilltoppers, but it could be 19-9 if it weren't for Myron's last 2 shots in those final 40 seconds. Clutch shot from Myron. So 7 points for him in the first, thanks to those 2 threes, leading his team. 9 points for Rivera, thanks to his 3 threes in that first quarter. Pretty clean start, though. Good defense. We've seen both teams getting the hands in there, both teams making shots underneath and from outside. Right. Few fouls. I mean,
that was a quick first quarter.
It was, and that's kind of what you get when you don't have a lot of stoppages in play. Right. So it really keeps the game moving. But clean basketball, we like that. That's always a positive. We like to see that.
Yeah.
The girls' game last Friday, there were a lot of fouls, and I mean it got to one point in the second quarter that literally each team, every possession, I think there must have been 10 consecutive fouls. So like one trip down the court, whistle, 2 shots, trip down the other. Seriously, it was opening day game. Obviously, there's going to be some mistakes. Mm-hmm. That happens every time, but it kind of almost was like, I'm watching. I'm like, what are we seeing here? Because I'm not seeing much contact. Right. What's going on? But it just it elongated the game. An 8-minute quarter game clock that took literally 25 minutes to play. Oh, and the scoreboard just went out again. Been having some trouble with that this evening. I don't know if there's a loose connection or something. This new scores table, which is really great. It's got the video in and everything, but the table itself is narrower. So the board, you get the connection coming in through the back.
No.
Something going on off camera. Someone who I can't.
Hey, I tried.
Uh-huh. A Durfee great in some people's eyes might cost it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I can say that because most people don't know is that I have video of Mike when he was student teaching here. So he says be careful. Well, Mike, be careful.
Easy, Evan. Easy. You're starting to show your age.
You are the best at what you do, Evan.
Thank you, sir. That's the right answer. No, in all seriousness, the score table is actually really cool in what they can do with it now. But seriously, when you're plugging into the back of something, kind of like our mixer here, it's literally the scoreboard barely has enough room to sit on the table. So now that connection in the back is getting kind of jammed, against the backstop there. So that's the problem, and I think that's why we were losing it. So.
Now is the shot clock?
No, the basket for the Cougars, it should be 19-17, and it appears that
something's going on.
The interface may not be working again.
All right, let's break out the chalkboard and chalk. Going old school. Just start marking them down.
There we go.
Got it.
And that'll force an inbound. So kind of actually hurts Durfee a bit because they had to stop, their progression after they lost 8 seconds in the shot clock. So now just 20 seconds to work with.
Yeah, just really breaks stride and breaks rhythm.
Right, you know, two stoppages in play. 7 seconds. Martinez with it, kicks it out to Oliveira. Now 3 seconds, got to take a shot. Gets it off, no good. Well, they called a shot clock violation. Wow, that ball left his hands before the buzzer. Wow, I'm surprised. Tough call.
Yeah, usually they'd let that play. That was way
well,
after.
it hit the rim. It's when it releases from
Right.
the hands. Then it's going to hit the rim on the way down, which it did.
Yeah, that was very
So
late.
that should have been a rebound to Durfee. Instead, Connolly with the ball. Now the Hilltoppers with the pass. Lewis kicking it back, and it's going to go out of play. Great effort from Myron and Lewis, both sides of that play. Hilltoppers, though, leading by just 2. As we've already seen 90 seconds expire here in this second quarter. Evan Massoud and Zach Souza with you. Boys Hoops on Fred TV. Holly with the jumper. 7 points for him.
I like the way both sides are like taking their time. They're not rushing it up. They're giving the offense time to set up.
And that's a good thing, too. You know, there's no reason to do full court press, especially in the second quarter, and it's a close game. That's a slap. Oh, boy. Offensive foul, I believe.
Seems like it,
Yep.
yeah. Yep.
Durfee foul is on
Third foul for the Hilltoppers.
Elijah Coleman. His first,
It's on Coleman.
team's third.
Quick kick to the corner. It was blocked. Denied. Wes Brown couldn't put it up.
Yeah, blocked by Coleman. He's uh-oh.
Whoa, Holly went down kind of wonky. Lewis in the corner, able to get it.
Offensive foul on Durfee, number 5, Jaden Lewis.
Lewis a little over aggressive there. Offensive foul. So no basket. Ball goes back to the Cougars. That's his first foul. Durfee's 4th. Good pass from Myron in traffic. Ball movement is great. We see this a lot. Thrown away. Rivera with it. The feed. No good. Rivera goes up. Can't get the rebound. It's back to Brown. And down the court goes Souza to the basket. And that does fall. No, but Connolly very balanced. Coach Shea says he's very happy. He said we don't just have that one threat. Like last year they had Cooper Creek. But no big shooting threat. This team's a little more balanced. They can do a little of everything. And he's very excited about that. And one of the things you always see is, you know, good ball movement from the Cougars. Always working both sides. And that can be tough on a defense to follow the ball.
Yeah,
How about that pass underneath to the basket? Wow.
I didn't
Martinez.
even see that pass.
Martinez to Coleman. Wow. That was a laser.
Yeah.
25-19. Hilltoppers on a 6-0 run here. Opening up the lead a little bit again. That was tipped. Kicked back out. 3-ball, long 3, no good. Kept in by Myron and his teammate in the right spot, Peter Rigo. Hilltoppers picking up foul number 5.
Durfee foul is on number 10.
Martinez second foul. That's a tough one because Cougars were down to just 2.5 seconds on the shot clock. The 3-ball from out here at the point did not hit the rim, so the clock did not reset. And now another foul.
Durfee foul is on number 1,
Javon Holly's second foul, 6th foul for Durfee. picking them up real quick here. That's 4 in this second quarter, only halfway through it. Luckily for the Hilltoppers, it's only one of their 6 fouls have sent someone to the line. They've all been either offensive or down on the court. Oh, nice move to the basket for Myron. Up to 9 points now. Oh, that's a travel.
That was a missed
wow.
one. They missed that one. That was blatant.
I mean, seriously. Wow. And you know, Holly's reaction told, he was looking right at us. He said, oh, you could kind of tell. Basket, no good.
Ooh.
Nice job. Now that time I wouldn't say that was a travel. I think that was clean. No shot, okay. So D'Ambrosio going to pick up his first foul. It's just the second for the team. Durfee inbound. Inbounding pass to Owen Nowicki just into the game. Number 21, Holly wants the 3 from outside. Lewis there for the rebound. That one hit the rim, reset the clock. Jumper for Lewis, no good. Went up the ladder to get his own rebound, kind of boxed out. Did get the hands on it, but couldn't reel it in. Myron driving the lane. No good. Found an open seam, just couldn't get it to fall.
Durfee ball.
Be Durfee ball. And it'll be Rivera looking for some help on the inbound. He gets it. Off the top of the glass. That's out of play. That's a turnover, essentially. Thrown away. Bad pass from Souza. And another trip to the basket for Javon Holly, who's into double digits. He's up to 11 points here in the first half. It's a 6-point Durfee lead. Timeout taken by Connolly, their second of the game. 2:25 to play in the half. Durfee up 27-21. So scoring-wise, offense a little slower. We've seen, you know, more turnovers, less baskets. So the offenses have kind of cooled off a bit. You know, when you consider that Durfee's only put up 8 points through 6 minutes. Connolly just the 6. They put up 19 points and 15 points respectively in the first quarter. So a little less on the offensive output, but you know the defense is getting it done though. So you're seeing that. You know, I am impressed. You know, first time seeing either of these teams. Pace of play has been really good.
Yeah, it really has. Both sides are doing well on defense, you know. Like you said, they're both holding each other to under 10 points this quarter so far. It's coming off really well. Neither of them are fouling on the shot either, which is, you know, keeping the game going. There's not too many foul shots that have happened.
Yeah, and in fact, just Holly's and one, which he hit on his first basket early in the first quarter, and then Myron went to the line in the first quarter as well. For 2 shots. And that's it.
Yeah, there hasn't been many shooting fouls.
Kept in, kicked outside. Now quick 3 for Rigo. It's just off the mark. The rebound to Nowicki. That's a travel. They're calling the foul. Contact made.
Connolly fouls on number 11 at Myron.
Myron picks up his second. It's the 3rd for the team, and here is a shooting foul. 2 shots for Martinez. First one skips off the rim, no good. Second one good, and it's 28-21. You know, if Durfee can go into the half with a lead, you know, I think that'll suit them well. Because again, Coach said one of the things he's seen in the first 2 games is by the second half, not as consistent as in the first half. You know, not able to close out as well. And I know that's something they've been working on. You know, it's kind of a stamina thing too, as that's banked in by Jerry Santos. So I think, you know, for the Hilltoppers, if they can have, you know, maybe 2 possession, 3 possession lead. Long 3. Got it! Martinez! And it's 31-23. 80 seconds to play in the half. But that, to my point, they can go in by 7 or 8 at the half. That gives them a little bit of breathing room to come out of the locker rooms.
Right.
That one going to roll in as well. Wes Brown with the basket. Final 60 here. Tipped. Still in the air. And Durfee going to come away with the rebound. Holly with the jumper. Holly is good.
I'm very impressed with the rebounding from Durfee. They've been out-rebounding Connolly. It's really taking control of the boards.
Yeah, and, you know, when you look at the size matchups, I think Connolly, you know, is a little more consistent with the height, you know, so they have some matchups in terms of size. But you're right, Durfee's guys can go up the ladder very easily. Nowacki picking up his first foul, Durfee's 7th, so Myron at the line. 1-1. First shot is good. And he'll take a second. 35.4 seconds on the clock, so we'll see if Durfee, you know, pushes it down the court really quickly, or if they'll try to hold it for most of that 30 seconds. The second shot from Myron, no good. He's 2 for 4 at the line, 50%.
Carrying violation. Connolly ball.
Carrying violation, so a turnover. And now the shot clock off. So the Cougars will have it. And knowing Coach Shea, they will run this down.
Oh, yeah. They'll be passing the ball around for the next 20 seconds. 18.
Oh, no. Myron takes a shot. I think it might have been tipped. That did not come out cleanly from his hand. So I think that got tipped. Gives Durfee a chance here with 11 seconds. Loose ball, jump ball. And it's going to be Connolly ball.
Yeah, that was surprising he took the shot. You know, you'd really expect that ball to be passed around more, trying to find a better shot.
Yeah.
Especially the way, like you said, knowing Coach Shea.
Yeah, so now, you know, two mistakes, really. The Cougars going to have it. 6 seconds, down by 7. Now 3 seconds. Out to Rigo. Gets it off. Ooh, no good. It did hit the rim. Oh, Coach Shea not happy with the conclusion in those last 3 seconds. So 33-26, the score here at halftime. So the Hilltoppers do have a 3-possession game. So that's kind of
comfortable.
You know, 7 points. That's not bad. It's a good place to be as you're heading into halftime. All right, we ran this during the girls' game, but, you know, might have a different viewing audience. We want to share it as well because it is, you know, the holidays. So my colleague and I, Pamela Martin, every year produce some features for before the Christmas parade, the children's Christmas parade, which aired in its entirety. It was live 2 weeks ago. So one of my favorite things we do is we go to where the city Christmas tree is getting cut down, whoever's donating it that year. This year it was the Unitarian Church on South Main Street. Just up past the Y, so not too far from Government Center.
Right.
Needless to say, hop, skip, and a jump, but very challenging, as you'll see by some of the video here, as the tree's going the wrong way up the one way, which is South Main, to get to Government Center, and getting poor John Perry riding the truck down, having to snip branches of the other. It was a sight,
mess.
but it's really one of the most perfect looking trees that we've had. No dead spot.
Right.
Really a great Christmas tree this year. So we're going to show you that feature here during halftime, and Zach and I will be back with the third quarter on Fred TV. Don't go anywhere.
Members of the Unitarian Church on North Main Street planted a sapling in 1990 to celebrate Arbor Day. And look at it now. Church moderator Eric Darling said, as children are known to grow, so too does a tree. And what was the size of the tree then?
About 3 feet maybe at tops.
Is it posing some kind of hazard or inconvenience to the church at this time?
It's starting to at this point. It's actually encroaching on the building and the fence, and it's just getting too big. It's going to continue to get big. It's been growing about a foot a year, or a little bit more than a foot a year. And if it goes much longer, we're going to have it taken down anyway. But this way, at least the rest of the city gets to enjoy it again for the holiday season.
When you see it standing here is one thing, but when you see it on a truck and then in front of Government Center, it just looks so much bigger. It's just a perfect tree, really. Usually every tree we find has kind of a dead spot, and that'd be the side that we put up against Government Center. This tree actually has no dead spot, so it's almost a shame when you lay it down on a trailer that we're going to break some branches, but that's part of the deal.
The 42-foot blue spruce is so ideal, so shapely, so full, it's a shame to see it go, according to John Perry, Director of Community Maintenance.
I've had my eye on this one for a few years, but we finally got it. So we find the tree, and then we start to logistically look at what we're dealing with. Are there overhead wires, traffic concerns? The trip to Government Center is the most difficult part most of the time.
Houdon crane operators give their time every year to hoist and move the tree to its place of honor at Government Center. This one weighs a whopping 6,000 pounds.
It's a good time. I ride the tree down to Government Center. You get to see all the people come out and look at it in amazement, see a tree that size.
The tree is secured with a floor brace and ties.
But this is a good full tree. This is probably one of the fullest trees and perfect shaped tree to decorate. So I think it's going to look nice this year. And we've been doing, I think this is our 11th year, putting the tree up. So we pretty much got it down to a science now.
This operation, though somewhat risky, plays out like a carefully timed dance, according to Brian Bishop of Bishop Electric.
I grew up in this city, and everybody can do a little bit giving back. It helps a lot. And it's for the kids. Kids love to see the tree lit.
Brian's crew looks forward to this job. They'll string more than 8,000 lights over 2 days.
Welcome back to the Fieldhouse. Evan Massoud and Zach Souza with you for our first boys basketball game of the winter season. Durfee's home opener tonight against the Bishop Connolly Cougars, and it's the Hilltoppers with a 33-26 lead, and we have our first whistle of the second half just 7 seconds in. We should make the officials like use sleigh bells or something at this time of year. You know, you gotta listen to the whistle all year long.
Keep it festive.
I think there was an issue with the clock again.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because the shot clock was not running. It's at 28 seconds.
That's surprising.
Yeah, there's definitely some issues with the scoreboard tonight. So 7:53 is accurate, but the shot clock should say 23, because there you go.
Yeah, we got it.
Roll off 7 seconds. And it hurts Durfee's flow once again. They had possession during the issue with the board. Fed underneath.
Oh.
Talk about wide open. Coleman could have stood there for another 3 seconds. That one tipped out of play. Leading scorer to this point is Javon Holly. Has himself 13 points, 8 in the second and 5 in the first. Behind him is Matt Myron from the Cougars. He's got 10 points. That one tipped. Good defense from the Hilltoppers. They're going to get it back with a chance to make their lead double digits for the first time in the game, and a foul coming on the floor.
Connolly foul is on number 21. It just fouled
Wes Brown picking up his first foul. Durfee will inbound underneath to Lewis. Basket up. Oh, no good. It rolls off the rim. Good feed right back. Quick release three. In and out. Second chance. Doesn't go either. And the Hilltoppers come away with the rebound there. That one. Good. Rivera with the basket. It's an 11-point Hilltoppers lead. Good feed out to the corner. If that's for three, no good. I'm going to try it again. Inside to Rigo, outside to Souza for the three ball. His second from downtown, 10 points for him.
Both sides have been very efficient with the three ball today.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of shots made as Lewis wants another. That one in and out. That's Brown. Oh, trying the scoop, gets his own rebound, boxed out, not really anywhere to go. Still gets the shot off. Hard fought basket there. He's up to 8. Holly can't get it to go. Durfee getting the rebound back. We gonna have a jump ball? No, taken away. Where was the whistle that time?
I mean, seriously.
Both players with hands on the ball. Should be a jump ball.
They were fighting for it too for a while. That's got to be a jump ball. That's awful.
Durfee getting the foul. It's Andrew Oliveira's first foul. First for the team. Where is it? That one.
That's an errant pass.
Yeah, Myron let go of it a little too early, and it kind of just sailed. Wow, Holly close to.
Might have gotten away with one.
Yeah, Coach Shea yelling that he's carrying the ball. He also is very close to the boundary as well. That was, I think, tipped. And the Cougars taking it back the other way. Full steam ahead. And a foul coming on Rivera. It'll be Durfee's second. Now, in an instance like that, you can't move your feet. If you stay planted, you get the offensive foul. That's it. And then in this case, he moved. And that's what happens. You get called on the foul. A defensive foul. Lewis trying to get it. Cannot. Rigo. Short. Foul on Rigo, it appears.
And that's a tough call for the official to make because you really got to be paying attention. Even like the slightest movement of the foot, anything, it's going to be called defense.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tough call to make.
Yep. Both coaches standing and directing traffic here. Good basket from Oliveira. His first of the night. Puts Durfee back up by 8. Coach Shea kind of pacing as he usually does. That's good from outside for D'Ambrosio. His first since the 3 that opened the game. So he's been quiet for 2 quarters. Lewis with the jumper off the front of the rim. Good feed. Easy peasy. Souza to the basket. 3-point game, and Coach DeCruz calls the timeout. Durfee's first timeout of the game, and rightly so. A 3-point game now. As the Cougars put up 5 straight. $10 points for Connolly this quarter through really 3.5 minutes for Durfee, just 6 points. That's why the gap here is closed just a little bit. 2 from downtown and 2 from the field. For Durfee, just single baskets from Oliveira, Rivera, and Coleman. Good to see, though, pace of play has not slowed down at all. You know, both sides really moving back and forth up the court quickly, passing the ball, taking their shots, not really just throwing it up there.
Right.
You know, we've seen that so many times, you know, so many different games where shots aren't falling yet we're still just throwing up lame duck after lame duck.
Right.
And that's not going to win you ball games.
No, not at all. Both sides are very efficient. Like, you're going quick up and down the court, but they're getting up the court, they're setting up an offense, they're making passes, and then they're going down the other way. It's not, like you said, not just run and gun.
It's not the same thing every time, every trip. You know, yes, you're missing some shots. You're not going to hit 100% of your shots, you know, but at least they're kind of mixing it up a little bit. Pressure as they brought Pereira back in. Third foul. Third foul for the Cougars, second for Wes Brown, and shots for Pereira. 2 of them. First trip to the line. That one will roll in. This is just Durfee's 3rd trip to the free throw line. Really haven't seen many free throws at all in this game. Both free throws good from Pereira, making the most of his chance right there. It's back up to a 5-point game as we hit the halfway mark of the 3rd. 4 minutes played, 4 minutes to go. Jumper inside, off the front of the basket. Rivera grabs it out of the air, cross center court, looking for a lane. How about that basketball move? Just didn't get the shot off. Second chance doesn't go. And now the Cougars take it back the other way. Pass down the court, it's a bad one. They miss Myron, and it will be Martinez taking it back the other direction. Out to the corner. Holly, no good, off the front of the rim. Fighting for the ball, and it was Oliveira who got there. The feed to Pereira down in the corner. Almost lost the ball, did lose the ball. Travel called the right call.
Yeah, definitely didn't mess it up. That was traveling.
So that gives the Cougars the ball back after some scrambling from both sides, back and forth. Some bad passes that quickly changed direction left and right, like a tennis match almost. Seriously. To the corner for 3. Got it!
Ooh.
D'Ambrosio living outside the line, is 3rd tonight, and it's a 2-point game.
Those 3-pointers are really keeping Connolly in the game so far tonight. They've been making a lot of them. They haven't really missed many.
That's their 7th from downtown. That one in and out. Pereira gets the rebound. Still in play, out to Holly. And the offense will reset. Holly looking for some room. Gets by Ambrosio, bangs it in. 15 points for the sophomore. Wow. Corner is open, they gotta be careful. Both sides are open. Myron, quick 3. That one around the rim. Tipped. Holly, once again, that's a foul as well on Souza.
That kid's got a high motor. He's always moving.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Seriously.
There's only one speed.
I don't know how he got to that. Kind of, you know, you could see the foul. You kind of wrapped around. You can't do that, obviously. This is basketball, non-contact sport. This is not football. Football, you can get away with it. Fed underneath. How easy was that? Rivera with the basket. And it's back up to a 6-point game.
Durfee's starting to heat up now. They're getting a lot more confident, a lot more swift and fluid.
The defensive pressure. Oh, thrown away. Rivera says, look what I found. And, well, that's a tough foul.
I don't know about that one.
That's almost it. All right, so look back, folks. If you can rewind your DVRs, let's look back, 3 minutes or so from now, 5 minutes ago or so, when we said here that Hilltoppers got called on the defensive foul because he moved his foot. Well, the same thing just happened here on the left side. At least it certainly appeared to from our vantage point, and yet the foul goes offensive on the Hilltoppers. That's a tough call.
There's no way he had enough time to set his feet. There's no way, because the contact was made as soon as he got there. I don't know.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
Third foul on Wes Brown now, fifth for the team, for the Cougars. Jumper outside, no good.
Out of bounds. Connolly
Went out of
ball.
play. So the foul on Rivera was his second. Both have come this quarter. It was Durfee's third. The last foul we just saw was on Wes Brown. All three of his have come in this quarter, and that's now 5 for the Cougars. Thrown away. Durfee will have it with 74 seconds to play in the third. Six-point game. Honestly, slow it down a little bit. I know Durfee's pace has been very, very good. Really, both sides have. We've talked about it throughout the game. It's been a quick pace of play, not a lot of stoppages in play, which is always nice. We like that. Keeps the fans involved, too. Nice job underneath. Coleman. That's a big basket right there.
It is.
Gives Durfee an 8-point lead. They went into the half with a 7-point lead.
Durfee foul is on number 10.
Foul is on Martinez. It's his third. He's had one in every quarter. Durfee's fourth. And Coach Cruz said easy, easy, because he was frustrated with the call. Good jumper in the paint for Antonio A.J. Souza. 7 points this quarter, 14 for the game. Rivera. No, excuse me. That was a DiCarvalho who got it to Rivera. Now Holly. Short jumper. Ball was loose. Calling for it in the corner here is Brown. He does get the ball. 6 seconds on the clock. 3 seconds. Blocked by the Hilltoppers. There will be no basket. A Hail Mary shot's not going to do anything, but the defensive performance right there, the block takes points off the board, or possible points. 47-41 the score. The shooting really picked up after Coach Cruz, De Cruz, called the timeout. Something changed in that timeout because Durfee came out of it and started hitting shots, making defensive plays. Like, things started happening again because this was only a 2-point game at the time. And then things started happening for the Hilltoppers. So whatever Coach De Cruz said in the timeout seemed to work because it's a 6-point game. They only gave 1 point back in that third quarter.
Yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head. Whatever Coach De Cruz said was right because it clearly worked. I feel like Durfee keeping the pace. They're keeping it high. They're moving around quick. They're making quick passes. They're kind of forcing Connolly to play uncomfortable. Because now Connolly's playing like they're not a fast-paced team. They're passing it around, finding the open man, and Durfee's really making them uncomfortable.
Now, interesting, Javon Holly had 13 points in the first half. Only the one basket here in the third. On the other side as well, 10 first-half points for Myron for the Cougars. Not one basket here in the third, so he was held scoreless. We'll see if those two guys heat up a little bit because it was really D'Ambrosio and Souza who had great third quarters for the Cougars. Rivera and Coleman with a pair of baskets for the Hilltoppers in the third. All right, final 8 minutes of play here at the Fieldhouse. The Hilltoppers in search of their first W of the season against their Ellsbury Street rivals, the Connolly Cougars. Myron can't get that one to fall, and the Hilltoppers take it back the other direction. Evan Massoud and Zach Souza with you here on this Thursday evening for Boys Hoops. Foul. No shot.
No
wow.
shot. I mean,
literally must have been on the way up.
Yeah.
Durfee's fifth foul.
Durfee foul is on
Wow. And it's the first foul for DiCarvalho, who's seen limited time tonight. He was not a starter. Oh, excuse me, he was a starter. My bad. Looking at the wrong name here. That's off the top of the bat. Now, see, that's interesting. That also was off the top of the glass, not called as out of bounds. Should be out of bounds. It's always been out of bounds. Look at the spin move to the basket. Rivera with a flashy play. And he's up to 15 points. tied with Holly for the game high.
That was a quiet 15. I didn't even realize he put on that many.
The 3 threes he hit in the first quarter helped pad the stats a little bit.
Forgot about those. That was.
Jumper is no good. Souza couldn't get that one to fall. Topper's back down the other end, almost thrown away. Kept by DiCarvalho. Back to Coleman. And handed off to Martinez as we go around the horn here. Everybody rotating. What a fake. Good feet underneath. Coleman puts it down. You know, the star on that the star on that basket, the assist, some of the points really should go to Martinez. That was ridiculous. Schooled him twice on defense. It's a 10-point Durfee lead as Coach Shea calls timeout.
I mean, you can't help but get excited right there. That was that was awesome.
It was awesome. That was fantastic. And you even heard the crowd. I heard ooh. And when you hear that,
right? Wow,
pretty filthy play right there. So 4 straight points for Durfee to start this fourth quarter.
Really taking control.
Yep, 92 seconds into it, forcing Coach Shea to call a timeout with his team now down by 10. Plenty of time in this game. 6.5, 6:28 to play. So there's still plenty of time. Nothing to worry about if you're the Cougars. A lot can happen in 60 seconds, never mind 6.5 minutes. So, you know, but for Durfee, they need to keep doing, you know, the third quarter, they really didn't lose much except for, like I said, those first few minutes before that timeout that coach called. After that timeout, they started playing just like they did in the first half. So if they keep that up, the 10-point lead is safe. You know, if they start faltering, start fading a little bit, then that's where, you know, the Cougars can, you know, they can rattle off 2 threes here and they're down by 4. Good ball movement once again around the arc. Really effective passing, quick jumper. It's going to be good from Souza. And he now just took the lead in terms of scoring. 16 points is a game high. Thrown away. Bad pass from Holly. Looking for Coleman, and it was stolen. Driving the lane. That's good as well. Brown. So just like that, 4 straight points for the Cougars in less than maybe 30 seconds.
And a turnover.
Turnover here.
That's big. That is big.
And Coach DeCruz will call timeout. The fist pump from the Cougars coaching staff as it's a 6-point game. Wow. In the blink of an eye. That's why I'm saying, you know, anything can happen in 6.5 minutes. It's a long time. We'll run down some of the scoring here, the stats. As I said, Rivera and Holly with 15 each for Durfee, leading Durfee, but now with that last basket, A.J. Souza picked up his 16th point, so now he's ahead in terms of, you know, game high. And that's really, he's had a great second half, you know, the 7-point third quarter, 4 points in the second, and the 3-ball in the first. And then you add in the basket he just got, gives him 16 for the game. I'll tell you though, you know, Durfee's kept, you know, Myron's missed some shots, but they've also kind of kept him at bay. He hasn't, they've gotten production from other guys. But, you know, Myron put up 30 against Stang. For the Hilltoppers to have held him to just 10 points, all of which were in the first half, that's an accomplishment defensively. Because he's had 0 points in the second half. That one in and out. It's off the glass. Put back is good for Brown. Wow. And it is a 4-point game. And the Cougars fans just to our right getting a little excited now. Low pass. Fed outside. That's for 3. Got it! DiCarvalho with the long ball, his first basket of the night. And that puts it back to a 7-point game. That's a big shot. Quick pass, quick release, 3. And a foul coming on Martinez. It's going to be his 4th foul as he reached around. 6th foul for the Hilltoppers. And his 4th foul. He's had 1 in every quarter. Souza once again with the jumper. My gosh. You know, it's kind of like Rivera with the 3s in the first. You know, he's hitting them. We'll get it to him. In this case,
Exactly.
Souza's hitting all the jumpers. Jump ball. And it will be Durfee ball. But Souza's the guy you got to stop if you're the Hilltoppers defensively. He's got the height advantage over the mismatch. Holly drives to the basket. Good move, but can't get it up. Fed to Myron. Sticks the landing. On baseline, kicks it out. That's for three, no good. Myron with the rebound, they'll reset it. Another three ball. That's no good. And it's Coleman with the rebound for the Hilltoppers.
This is shaping up. I think it's going to be a good finish.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Long pass across the court. Back out to DiCarvalho. Just had a three. Hits it!
Oh!
Drains it from the corner. 57-49. 4 minutes to go. DiCarvalho got there. Myron could do nothing with it. Now Brown back out to Myron. It was tipped. He still gets the shot off. Holy cow, how about that? Oh. The pass was tipped. Myron still gets it, reels it in, and takes the shot and drains it.
My, oh, Myron.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying.
Did you really?
I got to find something. I got to find my thing.
That's fantastic. That's just fantastic. Sixth foul on the Cougars. It's the fourth foul on Wes Brown. That one misses the basket. Rivera. No good on the three. Back to Myron. Long three again. That's good. Rigo. Wow. His first basket, and it is a 2-point game. Back-to-back threes for the Cougars, and they've closed the gap again. Not going away. Back to DiCarvalho in the corner. Doesn't take the shot that time. Couldn't settle. He had to go up and keep it in because it was going to sail on him. Holly with the three.
This is exciting.
A long ball show here in the fourth.
Wow.
You kidding me? No shot, and it's going to be Durfee's seventh foul, and it'll put the Cougars at the line.
Durfee foul is on number 25, Nelson.
DiCarvalho, his second foul. Both have come this quarter. It's Durfee's seventh, as I said. So now Souza will be at the line 1-1. Well, Holly's three, once again, made it a 5-point game. Coleman with the rebound on the miss. That's a huge miss for Souza. But it was only his first trip to the line. All his points have come from the field. Bad pass thrown away. Loose ball. Martinez came in and stole the ball. Coleman puts it up. Unbelievable. Wow. Speed thrills here, and Durfee has a ton of speed on this team. Unreal. I can't believe Martinez got there. That's ridiculous. And unfortunately for the Hilltoppers, that's going to be his fifth foul, and he's done. But not before he made a huge play to help make it a 7-point game. Martinez fouls out. It's Durfee's eighth foul.
That's a big loss.
Coach Shea calls a timeout, his second this quarter, so the free throw will have to wait. It'll be a 1-1. 62-55, Hilltoppers with the advantage. It's amazing, the three balls we just saw in that 2-minute stretch. That's like ridiculous. Seriously. Both sides just back and forth, draining them from outside. You don't usually see that in high school hoops.
Yeah, at that at that rate too. They're just both sides. Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like how the first quarter was actually. Yeah. That's a rarity to just see back and forth like that, long ball after long ball.
And even the misses, for the most part, I mean, aside from a few air balls, even the misses look like they're going in.
Right, yeah.
They're either in and out or they're just clanking the rim. But
yeah, there's been some good stuff, that's for sure. Good stuff. All right, Antonio Souza, AJ Souza at the line, 1-1. He missed his first shot the last time. Misses it this time as well. Durfee ball. So 2 1-1s. Precious opportunities for points, and Souza unable to capitalize. Holly double teamed, gets the pass to Lewis, now down into the corner. The feed from DiCavallo to Coleman, puts it up again. Coleman with 10 second half points, 12 for the game. The lead is up to 9 with 95 seconds to play.
they made that pass a lot tonight, and I don't like it. It's a very tough pass where they're throwing it from one side of the perimeter to the corner. I don't like it. It's very nerve-wracking.
Holly to the basket, coast to coast.
Oh my!
20
Got
points.
the ball back.
Yeah, Lewis just stole the ball. $20 points for Javon Holly after that last basket.
Connolly foul is on number 11.
Myron picking up his third foul, 7th for the team. And Lewis, there is no shot. Lewis is taking 2. Should be taking 2. I think they say it's on the floor. So 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. DiCavallo got it back. Nobody wants it. It's like playing hot potato here. And now Lewis is going to pick up a foul. That was Lewis's first trip to the line as well, so that didn't pan out. And now he picks up his second foul. Durfee's 9th.
Durfee foul.
And Myron will go to the line. Hasn't been to the line since the second quarter. Hilltopper's making some substitutions. DiCavallo coming out, and Lewis is coming out. John Karam coming in, as well as, looks like Keyshawn Rue, number 2. Is that number 2? Yep. So Rue is into the game. Coach Shea talking to the official here during the sub, not too pleased about something.
Yeah, I think he wanted the clear pass foul. I don't disagree with him. There was nobody in front of him at all. That he might have a case.
Yeah. Myron makes the first. And now a timeout.
Connolly, that is their
Fifth and final timeout for the Cougars. So Myron will have to wait to take that second shot. It's a 10-point game. Got to give Durfee a lot of credit here. You know, the opening 3 ball from D'Ambrosio made it 3-0 Cougars. Durfee rattled off back-to-back threes to make it 6-3. They never trailed again. As close as Connolly made it, they made it a 2-point game 2 different times in this second half and could not tie it up. The Hilltoppers got it done and did, in fact, close this game out. 63 seconds to go, a 10-point lead is very difficult to overcome, even in the pros, never mind in high school. So, you know, not just sealing the deal right now, but it looks like it would hold up, and it is a good, solid victory for Durfee. If the score holds up, that they were able to really close out this game, which is something they had struggled with doing the first 2 games on the road. Myron misses the second one. The Hilltoppers get the rebound and immediately fouled as Coleman. And that'll be Connolly's 8th. Souza picking up his 2nd foul, 8th of the team. 1-1 for Coleman. Had high praise from his head coach pre-game. His coach DeCruz had lots of good things to say about Coleman when I spoke with him. His first free throw of the night coming here with 1:01 on the clock, and he makes it in a 1-1 situation. Gets to take the 2nd shot. He had 0 points in the first quarter, just 2 in the second. And with that 2nd free throw, Mr. Coleman with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 total points in the game. 12 of those coming in the second half. He's had a huge second half. So the Cougars kind of shut down Holly a little bit, but Coleman picked up the slack. And that's what you got to do. Next man up, you know? So 9th foul coming now for Connolly as they're playing that game of fouls. Peter Rigo's 2nd foul. And Holly will go to the line. 20 points for Holly, the bulk of which came in that first half. He'll take a 2nd shot. Thomas Michael, well, not checking in yet. Thought he was coming in. Nowicki just came in. And both shots good for Holly, who now comes out. Thomas Michael coming into the game. Coach Shea pulling the starters as the JV squad gonna get to play the last minute here. 70-56, the Hilltoppers with 4 straight free throws. The game of fouls not panning out for the Cougars as Durfee has made all 4 shots. And now we will play out 30 seconds until the Hilltoppers get to notch their first W in the win column. Not before Durfee picks up their 10th.
Durfee foul is on number 22,
John Caron picking up the foul.
His first, team 10.
Maxed out on fouls of the Hilltoppers. 2 shots for Mason Humphrey, just in off the bench. And the first one is good. I have to say, very refreshing to not have a game with a million free throws.
Right.
We kind of said it throughout the game, and I was just waiting for it to kind of balloon on us.
Yeah.
And it never did. 80% of the points coming from the field. That's like fantastic. It's a good shooting night for both teams.
Yeah, both teams were excellent from the field. This was not the ending I wanted, but it was definitely a very entertaining fourth quarter.
Buzzer sounds. The Hilltoppers winners in 2019 for the first time. 70-57 the victory, and you're right. We thought it might come down to that last shot, but Durfee closed it out. Something they really needed to do, something they've been working on in practice, sustaining an entire 32-minute game. And tonight, Coach DeCruz, in his first year as a varsity head coach, picks up his first victory here for the Hilltoppers with his team. Connolly loses for the first time. They are 1-1. Durfee 1-2 on the season. And of course, folks, don't forget the Skip Karam tournament that always happens right here at the Fieldhouse on the Skip Karam court. That will be during the holiday break. So, you know, come on out, watch some basketball after Christmas, because it's always right after Christmas. And there's always some good games. We always see some good action. That's usually one of my few opportunities. I usually will just come and watch a game.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't usually get to do that because we're doing this, you know?
Right.
So that should be a fun tournament, as it always is. All right, that's going to do it for 2019. Folks, we've had a really good year of sports, and we will continue with the winter season when we turn the calendar and we return in January 2020. Zach, great to have you, and I think we will have you again before you go back
Oh, yeah.
to school, so looking forward to that.
That's going to be fun.
As well as David on camera back with us on his break. Nathan Saucier, our senior, doing so many games with me so far this year, so appreciate him. Wish you all happy holidays from us here at Fred TV and the sports crew. I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee.